Let's get this thing going.
Hello, America. This is
the fastest 2 hours in radio.
I think we really need like an intellectual revolution.
Now, of course, this is not so much a show as it is a special event.
The Morning Edge with Fox 2's Vic Faust,
We need to have a little talk here.
Chris Knight,
Hang on.
and Eric Johnson.
The more bizarre he gets,
The more people like him.
A complex mechanism that in itself must be operated by an even more complex entity, you.
The Morning Edge starts now.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Happy Monday. 8:01 is our time. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Crystal.
Good morning.
Chris Crystal. Chris Knight, Chris Cooper, Big Faust with Fox 2, 8:02, July 18th. Glad you're jumping on the show this morning. Hope everybody had a good Sunday. Got a little rain we got a little rain overnight, right? A little bit.
I think so. My car was wet, but it could have just been residual from yesterday.
But I think we're going to have temperatures over 95 for the rest of the week in St. Louis. So here we go. Chris? 95 or 75?
75.
Yeah, I figured so much. Crystal would go
95.
Yes, she would. I knew it. I think I'd go 95 as well.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for jumping in today. Trying to have some fun. There are serious stories that are going on as well at the same point in time. But coming up at 8:40, remember the topic we were talking about on Friday? Should you be covering the lens of your laptop? Should you be covering your lens of phones? App sharing. We talked with our friend, Vinny Troya of Nightline Security. We had him on before, and he explained the whole dark web to us and what's happening there. I did a story with him on Fox 2 a long time ago when it came to security, and it took him about 5 minutes to find me and my information on the dark web. So if you don't think that your stuff is on the dark web somewhere, think again. Very interesting stuff, to say the least. So Facebook, is the Facebook feed messed up, or is it just on Michael's end, Chris? Probably on Michael's end, right?
Yeah.
Michael, we're sorry. Maybe log off, log back in, get back in. We would appreciate it. Good morning to you as well. With that being said, Chris and I were talking over the weekend. Major story. Channel 5 did a story yesterday with a guy. It's very interesting, the whole gun situation. Anytime you talk guns, bad guys are going to use guns. If nobody else has guns, innocent guys, innocent people get robbed, mugged, shot by bad people. When good people have guns legally, they can stop bad people with guns, and it becomes a deterrent. And while it's all a controversial subject, guns, ammo. Quick Trip, First Capital, 2:30 in the morning, Friday night into Saturday morning. A very, very popular place over by Lindenwood, right by Highway 70. Very, I say very popular. It's very busy. But 2:30 morning, guy goes in from St. Louis City. We found out the guy who went in for to do the robbing was from St. Louis City. Tries to have a robbing, attacks another guy who asked him what he was doing. Is everything all right here? Ran at the guy. He was legally carrying, concealed carry. Another guy from St. Louis City inside. Shoots him dead 4 times before he hit the floor. So
That deserves a bell.
Legal guy kills bad guy with gun. He was carrying, concealed carry. And he takes care of the whole situation just like that. Now, he did TV interview, and they covered up his face. It was a silhouette because he was, afraid of any sort of retribution because that's what happens in the city. But two men from St. Louis City involved at that situation. One guy saving the day because a female had been taken hostage by this guy.
2 females.
Oh, it was at least 2?
Yeah, because he robbed the first gas station and he had the knife up to her throat and she had lacerations on her throat. Yeah. So this guy saved a couple lives.
Yeah, there was,
if not more.
The suspect who was shot and killed was also linked to 2 other robberies before that one. So it had happened at least twice. and he was in a stolen black SUV that he stole from Maryland Heights, from somebody in Maryland Heights.
That was involved in a robbery last week.
The same vehicle?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So we know there's a lot of bad people out there, but in this instance, bad guy meets his match.
Yeah.
Because another guy from St. Louis City said, not when I'm here. I'm ready for this. Amy calls him a hero.
Yep.
He is a hero.
Aaron says, build a wall on the river and make St. Louis pay for it. Okay, I gotcha.
Just get rid of the Blanchette Bridge.
Yeah, there you go. No, I need the Blanchette Bridge. Sorry.
You could use the 364 bridge.
So a lot of people do think he's a hero, but he's concealing his identity because he didn't want to be in that situation of having any sort of retribution. Michael says the guy's a hero, especially to the women that he saved, because who knows what would have happened. And if he didn't have said gun, it doesn't end that way. He's probably shot and killed. You have to think of the worst from the situation that happened there. Todd says, thank God the Good Samaritan put that guy down. Guns save the innocent.
I wish I could find it, and I'll try to look it up. But when I took my carry and conceal class back in like 2010 or 2009, maybe, they gave us a statistic of the amount of people who actually lawfully carry guns who you do a survey, right? And it's your intention, right? And it's like you protect yourself. And nobody on there that goes there is wanting to carry to kill. You know what I mean? Like when they ask you that question, everybody is like, I'm here to protect me or my family, you know? So it's like, I just wish that people would take that into consideration, that the majority of people who carry are carrying to protect people. And whether it ends up being yourself or other people, that's what I think is so great, is this guy probably carried to protect himself and never really thought he was going to be in a position where he was going to be protecting other people.
I don't think the normal person wants to be put in that position.
No. Right, exactly.
No.
But when
so
you
good
are,
on him for
nobody,
acting.
you don't.
Right.
Yeah, so good on him for acting, because that's a
99%
different...
of you never want to be faced with the situation of having to shoot somebody.
Right, exactly.
Ever.
Exactly.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
People, they just would go out and shoot people. No. That's not.
No, and
not
I
how it
guarantee
works.
he's not sleeping well, and this isn't like a heyday, like a great day for him. I guarantee that's not happening, people.
Jenny jumps in, says, wasn't it his third crime of the night already? Yes. The two previous, we had talked about that just a little bit earlier as we brought this up. So, yeah, he had already been linked to two earlier that day until he met it up with the St. Charles hero. From St. Louis City. These were two St. Louis City guys. One's robbing, continuing on a crime spree. God knows what else he was going to do when he meets his match with another guy from St. Louis City who just happened to be in the quick trip and saw it going down. He went inside. He wasn't stuck inside. He was outside. He went inside. He put himself in the situation quickly to try to, because he saw it escalate really fast.
Yeah.
Because he described what he could see what was happening from the window. At least that was my interpretation of his interview that he had. Speaking of that, Amy Bittner says, please say prayers today for her friend Ann Dorn as the trial starts today for the murder of her husband, Captain David Dorn. That's been going on for a few years. We've seen Ann out speaking, letting people know about violence, things of that nature. Of course, her husband Dave was shot when riots were going on in St. Louis City a few summers ago. And yeah, so she lost a husband, and that trial gets underway today. Lance says, I think that if we say that guns saved the day in this situation, then we are agreeing with gun haters. We should say that the day was saved by a good Samaritan with a gun. I think that's what we're saying. Isn't it?
Exactly what we're
Yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Joe says, police officers don't like to shoot people either, regardless.
Oh, yeah, no.
You may have a bad apple here and a bad apple there. Maybe. You have to give it that. But it's not what maybe somebody who isn't a police fan or somebody who isn't a fan of allowing people to have guns. And then in the midst of all of this going on, go figure, another Good Samaritan saves the day, so to speak, in Indiana. However, 3 people and the suspected shooter are dead from a shooting that happened yesterday at Greenwood Park Mall in Greenwood, Indiana. Man walked into a mall, loaded, locked and loaded, started shooting. It's horribly sad that people lost their lives, including a 12-year-old girl. But if it wasn't for a Good Samaritan who was armed, legally armed, had a legal gun permit, took this guy down, a 22-year-old kid. I'll call him a kid, a 22-year-old forced to take down a shooter inside the mall. And if he wouldn't have, God knows what would have happened inside that mall. Once again, a horrible situation was eliminated by somebody with a gun legally carrying, and the situation was ended. Clearly not.
That one gets another bell, too, because that could have been really bad in a mall.
Yeah, clearly not quick enough, but if he wouldn't have been there, who knows what would have had. This guy this adult man had a rifle, several magazines of ammunition, and clearly bad intentions because of what he had already done and how he was shooting around.
This goes back to the Second Amendment. That's why it is so important to me personally about carry concealed weapons. If you're responsible and you do the right checks, you should be able to protect yourself and protect others by carrying a concealed weapon.
I agree.
I mean, in both of these situations, Vic and Crystal, think about if these Good Samaritans that didn't have these weapons, there definitely would have been more lives lost. There's no question.
Yeah, I think you can say that. Yeah, easily.
And let's be real here. You can't take guns away from everyone. You just can't.
No.
How are you going to take guns away? You just can't.
No. People aren't just going to hand them over. Sorry. It's not happening.
Todd says, amen. Maybe stay away from the St. Charles wineries. The owners there want to take your guns away. I don't know what that means. Maybe that you can't go on wineries with guns. I don't know. Have you ever heard anything about that, Chris?
Well, on a CCW, you should not have a firearm on you if you're drinking anyway. That's one of the stipulations.
Okay.
If you're intoxicated, you should not have a firearm on you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if people are carrying guns at a winery and they're partaking in the festivities, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Jenny says, according to a news station, the civilian, talking about the Greenwood Mall civilian, broke the law by carrying in the mall. She says she thinks it was a Kafka headline, but she couldn't remember. I think she heard it maybe on KSDK. I don't know what the laws are in that state, what you can do, but no charges have been filed against that 22-year-old, and he was cooperating with police.
Oh, why would there be?
That was as of this morning. If he was carrying maybe illegally, I don't know.
Well, I mean, places.
Brad says be responsible, legally carry your proper permits with you. You need to protect yourself.
Let's go back to the young man carrying in a mall. If they say you're not allowed to carry a concealed weapon in the mall, I mean, what do you do with him? He just saved multiple lives from being taken.
Correct.
You can't press any charges on him. And I think a lot of that comes down to the good old insurance companies. They have to hang them signs. They have to. Insurance company won't write the policy if you don't.
What do you mean? Hang what?
No weapons allowed.
Oh.
If you don't hang them signs, the insurance companies will refuse to
You
write
mean
the policy.
you mean at the malls?
Yeah, anywhere. You see it in a lot of different companies. They have to, if you talk to the right people, they're like, yeah, we don't really agree with that. We have to do it because of the insurance company.
Yeah, Michael says it's a federal crime to have any gun in your possession while under influence if they can prove that.
Yep.
I
mean, you're taught that in the CCW. class.
Drew says,
Yeah.
I bet charges will be coming, taking bets on the kid. Drew, let me ask you a question. Are you glad that the guy had a gun on him in the mall? Are you happy that he had that and ended the threat? I would be curious if you will take a stab at that. Cindy says, call Nick Schroer and hear his view on what they said.
I got a bigger question for Drew.
And Drew didn't take a side. He just said he thinks charges are coming.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I would be, I don't know the law. So I would be saying things and talking about a subject I have zero idea about in the state. You know more about the gun situation in Indiana than I do.
No, there's no charges.
Aaron says, I've never seen a business insurance policy with a concealed carry exemption.
It's not carried concealed. It's weapons, period. No weapons. No weapons allowed.
But it was a second situation over the weekend where all of a sudden, God knows what would have happened if you didn't have people armed and ready to protect themselves or others. See, when the school shootings happen, nobody's there. They have supposed resource officers. And by the way, more came out over the weekend from the Uvalde situation. Guess what? All three doors, all three allegedly locked doors were all left open that day.
Yes, they were.
All three doors were, that's the only reason this guy was able to get in. All three doors were left open. No officers on site. What the hell was going on there?
As we said when the crime happened, that whole thing stinks.
Mm-hmm.
And still does.
Yes.
It's just getting worse.
Yes.
All three doors that were all supposed to be locked, wide open.
Like, I've gone from sick to my stomach that someone would do this to like angry and like pissed because this doesn't add up. It doesn't at all. And the video from the inside, when I saw that, I didn't even watch the whole thing because it just infuriates me.
There are Americans who heard this story and see the story and think that somebody did it on purpose. I'll say it because I'm hearing it and I get messaged about it. And then there's other Americans who would say, oh, they're just crazy. Nobody in their right mind would allow something like that to happen. Maybe they were just lazy.
But when he was shooting outside of this building for how many minutes? Why were all three of those doors still open?
Correct. And
you had plenty of time. You knew what was going on. You would think there is somebody or more than one person in charge of making sure that those doors are shut and locked. You had time.
The fact that is still there, that there's still a police department, that they're knocking down the school. They're starting over again.
They need to knock down the city hall.
Yeah.
And start the city all over again.
The police chief has come, and I'm a big backer of our people in blue. I am. I watched my dad put on a police uniform for many years. But what they did, what they allowed to happen, is still unimaginable.
It's crazy.
Amber says it makes me so incredibly mad. How did the cops stand there for so long and do nothing? None of this makes sense. The whole thing stinks so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're still trying to get to the bottom of it. After all these days of investigating, reading, interviews, talking, they're still in the same situation. Getting back to the situation when it comes to the Indiana. I'm assuming he's talking about Indiana.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's talking about the Quick Trip. There will be a wrongful death lawsuit because the family can get some quick cash. I don't know, maybe how the courts work. It's possible. Very, very, very possible. Also,
I don't think so. I disagree with that.
on which part? On both of them?
Wrongful death? Insurance company ain't going to give you no money. You just killed people.
A civil suit.
Doesn't matter.
I'm assuming he's talking about a civil suit.
Doesn't matter.
Is that what you mean, Michael?
Yeah, and which one? Like, which one is he talking about?
I would, yeah. If you're in a mall,
You might be talking about this one here.
I would think it was the mall, because if you're in a place where you shouldn't have a gun, that's what I was getting at. If you're legally carrying, as the guy was, concealed carry at Quick Trip, and somebody attacks you, that's self-defense. And the suspect ran at the guy with a knife. Okay.
Yeah, but look
I'm
at the
ending this.
bodega guy. He was getting assaulted. And
Yeah.
and then in New York, and then he ended up killing the guy and stabbing him. And And now he's
Actually,
getting in trouble?
in the situation where the St. Charles City guy killed the other St. Louis City guy killed another St. Louis City guy in St. Charles.
Yeah. I know you're not that stupid, Drew.
Drew, yeah, he says wrongful death will be filed against the young man in St. Charles.
Good luck on that.
I don't think there's any way in hell that's going to happen.
Good luck on that.
No charges were filed, and it was self-defense.
They won't even waste the money.
He didn't
for a
just
jury.
go in and shoot the guy. He asked questions.
Yeah.
And if the lady had lacerations on her neck from being held like that,
Both of them.
yeah, then, I mean,
No. I think
Wow.
Drew's glass is only half full this morning.
Yeah, well, I asked Drew the question earlier. I was like, how would you feel? Are you happy that the guy did what he did at St. Charles? Are you pleased that the guy in Indiana saved the day? You never answered that question. And then Amy says, what if your mom or sisters or loved ones' lives were saved? How would you feel then? But Drew has not answered that question yet. Aaron says, this is the culture of defund the police. You're left with all the slappies, and officers are so scared to do anything. If they shoot a guy, they go to prison, even a justified shoot. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. What do you think? Why do you think the police departments are in a hiring crisis? And maybe that's the goal of some. Police departments say there are groups, there are organizations who are far left who want to try to eliminate the police and let chaos reign. You hear people say that every day. That's why we want everybody to stand up for themselves. What do you do? Todd says Drew knows he carries a gun. So please, Drew's just trying to start crap. Because Drew is a gun. I think Drew told us before. He has a gun. And he lives in Florissant. Troy says Drew supports BLM and defund the police. Andy says, is there a right to carry a knife of a certain length?
Yes, there is.
And absolutely there is. So, good question.
what's
But-
the length on that? Do you mind? Educate me.
I'm curious what
I don't
Andy's
know.
point is
Oh,
on
okay.
that, though.
I don't know what the legal
Andy, what
limit
is the point of...
That you could kill with a knife, probably. It just says you could a gun. So can you have a knife inside a mall, but not a gun inside a mall? Or a knife inside a bank and
Well,
not
we
a
brought
gun
the
inside
knife
a
up
bank?
because the guy he was running. This is in the St. Charles incident at the
Yeah.
Quick Trip at First Capital in 70. He was running at the Good Samaritan.
Mhm.
And then that's when the Good Samaritan put him down and ended the threat for all involved.
Thank God.
And he did it in a legal way. Abe says liberals like Drew don't learn from the Kyle Rittenhouse examples. Kyle Rittenhouse is free. Kyle Rittenhouse is going to sue and get a lot of money.
Sure
Kyle
is.
Rittenhouse was the hero, and people don't want to hear that. And it's a very controversial subject. So many media outlets ran this guy into the ground. Drew ran him into the ground. Many other people on this radio show ran him into the ground that used to call or message or get involved. Kyle Rittenhouse won. Now, he won that situation. He won a lot of money. But because he was smeared all over media, it's hard for him to go anywhere now.
The legal limit.
College didn't even let him go to school at the college that he wanted to go to school at.
The legal limit in Missouri to carry a knife is 4 inches. The blade must not be longer than 4 inches.
Glenn
Thanks.
says your concealed carry license gives you the right to carry a knife as well. So it's not just guns. I mean, this is a great point. As Aaron says, look at Europe. We've talked about this before. They banned guns. Now stabbings are the problem. And now you have legislators trying to get rid of guns. As we've said before, evil people will commit evil acts no matter how many new laws are created.
Mm-hmm.
There are thousands upon thousands of gun laws on the books, as Stephen King of Metro Shooting Supply told us. And the most stringent gun laws in California, New York, Chicago have done nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
You know, it blows my mind, the whole like knife gun comparison of like what you can and can't carry. Because in the class I took, there were actually the majority of us were moms or young females. And the one lady had 3 kids, and I remember her specifically saying, he said, why are you here? Why are you here? He asked all of us. And she said, because I don't want someone to have to get within arm's reach of me or my kids, right? So she was saying basically like all I have are kitchen knives at my house to protect myself. So once she realized that was not something she wanted to be that close to if she was ever going to be in that situation, so I don't know why we're taking that away from people who like her are just wanting to protect her kids in their house, or protect herself. And then we're acting like they're these people that just want to go out and rampage and kill people because they went and legally got a gun.
Well, the two instances over the weekend, bad guys lose.
Mm.
Good guys lose
get a
too
bell?
because we lost some lives in Indiana, including a 12-year-old, which is just gut-wrenching and sick.
More lives would have been lost, though.
But once again, you have to have a deterrent in life. You have to have a deterrent. You have to have a deterrent. You have to have a deterrent. If you don't have law and order, people go crazy. And there are forces, good and evil, at work all the time. It's what happens.
Yeah, evil's gonna find a way. They're not. It's not gonna matter.
So here we sit on this Monday talking about it.
Did I hear Eric's laugh back there?
I don't know. Hey, coming up at 8:40, we're going to talk with Vinny Troya of Nightline Security about the whole situation with cameras on your phone, your laptop, apps that spy on you or can spy on you, who's spying, why they would be doing that. Are there backups if you record stuff or if you have stuff on laptops a la Hunter Biden? Vinny's going to get into all of it. So
yes,
he'll be calling in at 8:40 from that standpoint. Eric Johnson just walked in studio. We're welcoming him in on a Monday morning. It's 8:28. We just jumped right in. By the way, you're listening to The Edge, the fastest 2 hours in morning talk radio. You can also catch us on our streaming service, ViperRocks.com. Once again, that's ViperRocks.com. You can also jump in on the Morning Edge on YouTube. And heck, if you want to give us a call, as always, you're more than welcome to call us. Phone number 636-695-2915, 636-695-2915. More about these shootings, more about anything else that you want to talk about. Plus, Vinny Troya with Nightline Security coming up after the break. That's when we'll talk to Eric as well. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Back with more of the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio right after this.
I'm Coco. The Edge Morning Show will be right back.
Keep your resolution to quit cigarettes this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon. I Quit Vapor carries the salt nicotine systems, their latest juice flavors, and all of their pod systems. Let their staff explain why the salt nicotine system is so effective in helping you to quit cigarettes for good. It has a much smoother delivery and allows you to adjust the amount of nicotine intake. I Quit Vapor is still your one-stop shop for everything vapor. Keep your quit cigarette resolution this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon.
Hi, this is Dr. Erin Huey with Tomasino Gerst Vision Source. We provide a ton of specialty care: glaucoma, diabetic eye care, dry eye evaluations, now myopia management. Typically, we see patients that need vision correction for a variety of hobbies, for work, most often glasses and contacts. Come and see us at Tomasino Gerst Vision Source, dryoureyes.com, 272-1444. dryoureyes.com.
Kelly Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
My daughter used to be a shining star. I would tell her, there's nothing you can't do. Now, it's like living with a stranger. It happens so fast. Centerpoint Hospital, real help for addiction and hope for a bright future.
If a young person dear to you is facing substance use, the Changing Point at Centerpoint Hospital now offers adolescent treatment solutions with detox, 4-week residential, and outpatient treatment. The changing point for adolescents at Centerpoint Hospital. Hope for a bright future.
If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
If you are having a bad day at work, I can help. Hi, this is Curtis Barks with Complete Auto Body and Repair. We just expanded to Cottleville and St. Peters and are looking for qualified automotive and auto body technicians that would want to work in a climate-controlled environment. That's right, we offer a fully climate-controlled, air-conditioned and heated facility in both Cottleville and St. Peters. Visit us at CompleteAB.com. If it's not perfect, it's not complete. Others can't compete with Complete Auto Body.
Dad, and service.
Oh yeah, and service.
He fixes cars.
Here's a message for Quiver River Electric members. Vote now in your annual Board of Directors election through August 22nd. Members may vote online, by paper ballot, or at the annual meeting on August 25th. If you vote, you're automatically entered into a drawing for free electricity prizes. Learn more about the voting process, the bylaw proposition on the ballot, and board candidates at quiver.com.
This is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup sound experiment. We're looking to find the perfect way to hear Reese's so you'll buy more of them. Here we go. Reese's. 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 Hey, get out of here, you little stinker. Reese's.
Reese's.
Reese's. Peanut Butter Cups. That breathy one sounded very creepy, am I right? Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Eric, there's a look from the Gateway Yard.
Uh-huh.
See that? On a beautiful Monday morning.
It used to be such a cool city. It used to be such a cool city.
According to Drew, it's still cool.
I'd like to welcome myself into the show. This is Eric Johnson.
Hi, Eric Johnson.
Our friend Vic Faust had to go take a very important phone call, so you're hearing me right now. I'd like to thank Crystal Cooper for coming out to see me on Friday night.
Yeah.
And Vic
of
Faust, PRL at Brewski's. What that was fun, wasn't it?
That was a lot of fun.
It was nice meeting your boyfriend, too.
My boyfriend.
I think she's got
your
a couple
husband.
kids with that boyfriend.
Your husband. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Well, now my boyfriend's going to be confused.
No, I'm sorry. I completely sorry. I want to comment on what you guys are talking about. That story that happened in St. Charles County this week.
Yeah.
It was one of the biggest Facebook stories that I could. I mean, I've never had a Facebook story sent to me so many times as some St. Louis criminal is what he was, going from Quick Trip to Mobile on the Run,
right?
In just a blatant display of crime. This was going to end in a murder somewhere between St. Charles, the bridge, and St. Peter's. That's his direction. And now we have guys like Drew on the line saying that this guy is going to get charged with some kind of crime or some kind of civil lawsuit.
Not in St. Charles County, he won't.
I'm telling you right now, this story is about this is a St. Charles story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm telling you right now, this is not a Missouri story. This isn't a federal story. This is a St. Charles, Missouri story.
Right.
St. Louis criminals. You want to come over here and steal cars. You want to come over here and rob Mobiles on the Run. You want to come over here and Quick Trips where there should be 4 armed security guards after 8 o'clock at night, I think. If you want to have a Quick Trip open, you should have an armed security force protecting the 26-year-old chicks who are trying to sell chips and Coke to people after hours.
Right.
I can't believe that, first of all, but I'll digress. This is a story about St. Charles branding itself as you come over here and mess with us, you're going to go down.
Yeah.
This is not Mayor Tashara Jones's area.
Not even a little bit.
No.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
You come
We've
over
had
here.
enough.
You come over here, and if we point a gun in your face and we're a Samaritan who just wants to come in for some coffee, or we just want to come into Quick Trip to get a soda after midnight, and we see you coming from St. Louis doing whatever it is that you do in St. Louis because you have one of the most lackadaisical mayors in the United States right now, you're probably going to get killed.
Yeah.
There's a good chance if you try to take somebody's catalytic converter from under their car at 1 o'clock in the morning because you think you can sell it for $600 somewhere because of the platinum,
You might get hurt.
you might die.
Yeah.
I think this is a branding exercise.
Right.
I really do.
And I doubt he was the only person that was carrying on that property. If you were to actually like stop everybody when that happened.
It depends because it was so early in the
Oh
morning.
yeah, that's right. It was
like
super
3 o'clock
early.
in the morning.
You're right.
Yeah. And
But
about,
on the average, you can probably bet on that out here. That you're gonna anywhere you are, someone around you is carrying. And I think that needs to be, if that was more norm, then I think that people would think a little bit more about it, right?
No, that's the point. It's this. You know what? That Facebook post. Now that I think about it, and I'll have to go check. I think it was St. Charles Police Department that actually wrote that little thing. Like, this is what happened, and
They did.
And I didn't they call him a good Samaritan in the article or in the Facebook post? This was St. Charles Police. Their chance to say what happened here was dead on accurate. There will be no charges. You come here from St. Louis or North St. Louis or East St. Louis because you think this is an easy powder puff target to get whatever it is that you want to maybe carjack.
Wrong.
Yeah.
No. St. Charles did it right.
Think again.
Yeah. This just goes to prove that this area has been managed properly since the beginning of COVID, since the beginning of woke culture. This St. Charles County needs to continue to vote exactly how it's voting right now. Prosecutors, county executives, mayors, if you see any cracks in that armor, you let them know, no, we're not going to have crime coming here. It's not going to happen. And if we do catch your ass coming from St. Louis and you don't get shot and killed at a Quick Trip, the cops will be here and you're going to go to jail and probably won't be released until your trial comes up. We're not releasing your ass. Anyway.
Oh, I like it.
Hi, Monday.
Hi.
So I just wanted to chime in. I thought your guys' dissertation before I came in here was dead on accurate. I heard Chris with some passion in his voice because ever since I've known Chris, he's had a conceal and carry. And I've met Chris back in the era. How long ago was that? 16 years ago?
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. I think Chris was the first guy I ever saw that had a handgun on him in public. Conceal and carry. I was like, damn, that's surprising. Because back then you didn't need a conceal and carry. There were no risks to going out to the store and having your family shot. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back
you don't
then,
need one.
You know
now.
what I mean?
You don't need to carry conceal now.
No, you don't need it anymore.
In Missouri.
Yeah, you do. You need to be. I'm going to get in trouble.
No, you don't have to get. What he's saying is, you don't have to have the license, right, Chris?
Right.
It's legal.
But
We're a legal carry state.
But I recommend if you are going to carry a weapon.
Oh yeah, those classes are invaluable.
That's why this gentleman.
I think they
did
are
what he
invaluable.
did,
Yes,
because
they
he
are.
went to a CCW class. Just because you can carry doesn't mean you shouldn't go take the class.
No,
You
absolutely
should
right.
Go take it.
Dude, it should
Right.
be a 6th grade class. Excuse me. It should be a 6th grade class. You should go to school and you should understand why is that not a class?
There's a lot of things that should
Seriously.
be classes.
No, hold
But
on.
yes, you're right.
Why you put your gym clothes on to go play volleyball or to go lift weights? Why can't that be a class in 6th grade? We're going to show you the ins and outs of firing a firearm.
Or maybe high school.
You know what I'm saying? Or,
Yeah.
or high school.
Yeah.
Here's a 22, or here's a BB gun, so no one gets killed.
Well, they do.
Whatever it is.
There's different courses. I mean, in school that you can take.
Really, where?
Oh yeah.
Let's call them up right now.
Oh,
What
no,
school's doing that?
I went to Villa Duchesne, and it was a requirement every single year, whether you already had your gym credits or not. You had to take a self-protection course.
Self-protection.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every single year, you had to pass a self-protection course.
I don't know if it's directly the schools, but I mean, out where my haunted house is, there's a shooting range, and they have different youth clubs. I guess.
Okay,
is the correct
that's like 4-H.
terminology.
That's like the Cub Scouts.
Yeah, they're kids. They're learning to shoot rifles and shotguns and.
I
for hunting
think we are onto something here, people.
Yeah, but mine
I'm not
didn't, mine
playing.
didn't include guns. It was more like if someone came up from behind you, put a knife around your neck,
Ooh,
like, you know,
not
like
good.
those kinds of just, you know, how fast. So the 45-second rule, if anybody hasn't heard this, you should, when you're leaving your house, whether you're leaving a grocery store or whatever, it should take you less than 45 seconds to open your car, turn your car on, lock it, and be out of your parking space, out of your driveway, in your garage, whatever.
Aaron Bland says in Troy we had
That's what
trap
they should
shooting in high school. So it's out there.
I'm telling you right now, we are onto something. You got they're demonizing guns so bad in this environment. Demonizing.
Yeah.
That's why our Second Amendment is so important.
I'm the opposite. I'm this guy in St. Charles. He ruled his day by being violent to store clerks, and he lived by the sword and he died by the sword. No pun intended. He did.
Yeah.
So I'm saying this. Why don't we say, okay, maybe not sixth grade, 11th grade, Parkway Central, Francis Howell, Pattonville. You have to go to a CCW class, and you need to know what the environment of the current United States is. It's not good.
Liberals
You
would
could
lose
go
their
into
mind, Eric.
I
They
know.
would.
You could go into any mall right now, buy a shirt and see a gang of people that are in a gunfight. You now have to shift your brain into how maybe you were trained in high school, because it's a requirement, to figure out how you protect your family or who you're there with or your own life. And you don't just fly off the handle and start shooting people. You now know how to do that properly.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe we have come to a part of this country's history where liberals have screwed up the Second Amendment so bad by going on television telling people to get rid of their guns that maybe we're like, nope, we have now 2 days in a row of Good Samaritans taking down violent criminals.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's time that we say, look, we want to raise people. We want people to understand what crime looks like, what you do with crime, and maybe what you do if you have a weapon on you.
Mm-hmm. Well, and people don't, and something that you would definitely learn from that I didn't know before going to a class, is that when you are in a situation like that, even if you are 1,000% lawfully doing this, okay, you've protected yourself and you are covered, you still go through a legal process. It's not like they just hand you your gun back and you go home and you fall asleep and you wake up the next day and everything's fine. You go to a trial, they take your weapon. There's a whole process.
Yeah.
And I don't think that people understand that. So it takes a lot for you to think, not only do I have to protect myself, but am I ready to take all this on? Right?
Yeah.
That, I mean, there's
I'm
a lot
hearing you.
more to it than just
Hold on.
shoot,
Hold on.
bang, bang.
Let me respond to that and you and Drew Collins at the same time. Okay. So here's the deal. You get a conceal and carry. You have the presence to know that there is crime out there right now. You know that this world is changing. This world is changing. People are pulling down statues all over the place. Molotov cocktails are being thrown into businesses without any retribution from prosecutors. This town is this country's changing. Back in the 50s, there was a threat of nuclear war. People built bomb shelters in their backyard, right? They didn't do it because they wanted to live there.
Right.
They did it because there was a threat of nuclear war, right?
Yes.
You don't have a conceal and carry to use it willy-nilly like it's the Wild West, Drew Collins.
No.
You do it because the Wild West is coming to you. So what happens if that guy doesn't have a gun? He runs out of the store probably. He calls the cops. The cops take 7 minutes to get there. At that time, the store clerk is either a hostage or dead.
Yes.
He nailed it.
Yeah.
He knocked it out of the park. He never wanted to wake up that morning and shoot anybody in the face with a gun.
Absolutely not.
No.
So, Drew, you're wrong. I'm sorry to say
Of course
it.
he's wrong.
We don't have a bipartisan. We have a divided country. We have a divided message. Democrats are telling you we want your guns. Republicans are saying keep your damn guns and, live responsibly. That's what Republicans are saying. So we need a unified message. And I think, it's just me, You guys can send hate mail all you want. 11th grade, that sounds good. Maybe a senior in high school. You go to gym and you get a signed certificate saying you just passed conceal and carry gun class.
Yeah, I mean,
you understand the risks of self-defense. Go free into the world. If you don't want to own a gun, don't own a gun, but at least you know how to own a gun.
Uh-huh. And how many parents right now are sending their kids off to college without any kind of protection courses? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I mean, I'm just wondering, do parents take it into their own hands then? Is there a camp? Is there somewhere where you send them? Is this something you're just supposed to teach them at home consistently throughout, because not everybody has the ability to do that or even knows the laws themselves or anything like that. I think it would be a great thing I think liberals would lose their mind a little bit, but it's frustrating because I don't see how they could fight the fact that it's more like constitutional. It's teaching facts of how things roll when a situation like this plays out.
Mm-hmm.
And please, when you're going off to college next year and you don't have somebody watching your back, you maybe don't have your best friends, the guy that's been down to ride the whole time, that you need to know what to do. So,
well, speaking of security and protecting yourself, we have a guest on the line, Vinny from Night Lion Security. Vinny, is it really dangerous out there when it comes to the web?
I mean, I don't necessarily know how to answer that. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're doing.
Just say yes.
It
is, man. Come on.
We had a discussion last week about cameras on computers. Vic kind of spooked me a little bit. Where are you been?
Well,
Hey, Vinny, sorry, I had to take a serious work call.
Well,
I'm
let's
back
let
now.
him answer this question.
So, I mean, as far as the cameras go, I always try to ask myself, am I doing anything or am I important enough that somebody would want to spy on me and through my camera?
Right.
And then what would they really find?
Right.
And usually for me, the answer is always no. But that being said, I mean, there are certain people where, it would make that they could be sophistication, who knows how to do that, probably isn't wasting their time looking at individual people's cameras, right? So that's one way to look at it. I mean, criminals who do this kind of stuff are looking for like bulk scores and bulk way to make money, not necessarily just like snooping.
I guess my question would be like these apps that are out there, TikTok, Snapchat. For the younger generation, when I'm saying younger generation, I'm talking about 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds. They get these iPads, right? So they get educational apps on them, stuff like that. They run across to TikTok. Can hackers get into that to see your children? Because obviously they're using a camera if they're on these apps, right?
I don't necessarily think it works that way. I mean, my 8-year-old has an iPad, and she actually just discovered TikTok. So the thing is, I don't necessarily know that the apps themselves are spying on people. I mean, certainly, it would take a significant amount of I don't even know how it would happen where somebody would be able to use an app to spy on you. The only people at that point that could potentially be spying on you would be TikTok, but I think they're doing it in other ways.
This is interesting because we have heard from Fox News and all these news outlets that TikTok's going to be banned just because of that it's an app that has the ability to garner what is called metadata and then put that in some kind of a bucket somewhere.
Well, Crystal gave us an example where she was
different.
Well, and is it different? I mean, I think the question is this: can the app really take information from you and use it to spy on you?
Well, from that perspective, yeah. I mean, metadata is more of like, what are your browsing patterns? Potentially, could they get your biometric, like fingerprint data, something like that. And in that case, yeah, okay, sure. And I think that's why TikTok was coming under fire, just the amount of data that they were collecting and then potentially shipping back off to China.
I don't think TikTok's garbage, by the way. Whoever said that.
Mary says, good. Get rid of TikTok. It's garbage.
I am completely addicted to that damn app now.
Vinny, are you on TikTok?
I'm actually not, but my wife is.
Uh-oh.
I don't personally, I don't get it, but she loves it.
It's hilarious and funny and lovely.
Eric and Crystal love it.
Oh, yeah.
Vinny, I want to ask you a question, too. This is probably my most important question, and it freaks me out because Vic and I were having this conversation last week. What about all these devices that listen to you? So Is that part of the metadata that, like, say we're talking about whatever it is, dog food, fishing, whatever. And then all of a sudden you have your phone nearby, but you're not on the app. And then you pull up Facebook, and next thing you know, you have ads for fishing gear or whatever. I mean, are these devices listening to us?
I don't know about listening, but I think they are pulling in like browsing patterns. But all right, I'll give you an example. This is a true story. So I got a call one day from somebody who said, "Hey, my computer's been hacked. I'm being extorted. Can you help me?"
Uh-oh.
I said, "All right, sure." So as I started talking to him, he's like, "Well, as it turns out, they have a lot of my personal information, and they're threatening to leak it, and I don't want it to happen." So I said, "Well, maybe you need to just pay the extortion, the $500, and make it go away." And he said, "Well, what was happening was I was really on a webcam with someone, and they recorded me, and I don't want my wife to find out." I was like, "Oh, okay." So it's not like they were necessarily spying on him. He did something that he probably shouldn't have been doing, and they caught him for it.
Okay.
And I think a lot of that is how this works, right? Or even, I mean, if you look at like the Hunter Biden iPhone backups that have come out recently, I mean, he was doing so much stuff in those pictures. You're a
Oh, he
public
was?
figure. Why would you do that?
Was he? Wait a minute.
I didn't know he was.
Was Hunter? Was he recording
think
that
he did
himself? Was he recording that himself and then sending it and saving? What? How was that even leaked? What was he? What was that content all about?
Okay, so somebody leaked his iPhone and iPad backups. So it was somebody that had access to his laptop, first of all. I mean, it wasn't some random hacker. Somebody had direct access to his laptop. But
probably one of the women.
In terms of the backups, I started looking through them. I mean, he's got a lot of naked selfies of himself.
Oh.
He's got a lot of naked selfies of girlfriends.
Oh, damn.
I probably wouldn't video myself smoking crack, but he did.
Oh my God.
I mean, who the hell would do something like that? Seriously.
Hunter.
Apparently, Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for it.
Can somebody get onto your iPhone cloud or your cloud, Apple cloud? And is that hard to actually hack into if you wanted to?
China.
It's not. I would put that in the bucket of most likely not even possible.
Why?
I mean, so Apple's security is so tight.
Okay.
It's just unless they were to. The only way something like that could happen is if they were to guess your specific password, and then they could get into your account. But at that point, I think Apple requires two-factor on their logins, so they would send you a text message. I mean, it would really take a lot of effort.
I don't even know how to get onto my Apple iPhone.
No, I know.
I always have to reset my password and then the two-factor.
Yes. You've already used that password.
Right. Damn
So
it.
I think part of the reason we brought this up was I went to a float trip last weekend, and I was with a ton of people that I had not personally ever met before, and they worked with my husband. And even if it was just my husband as our one connection, once I got back from the trip, and I didn't have service the entire time I was there. Once I got back from the trip, it suggested all kinds of people that were with me that weekend. So that we were talking about like how much our phones talk to each other when we're all together.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I mean, I know I've certainly seen it, where if I'm browsing for something, within a day, I'll have ads for something similar from a completely unrelated source, right?
No doubt. No doubt.
Instagram is great about displaying ads, or Facebook, just from my browsing patterns, which supposedly can't happen, but it does, right? And I think that's part of, things that everybody's kind of so freaked out about. What else are they collecting? I mean, in terms of, collecting audio, I suppose it's possible.
I mean, just let me ask you this.
I felt like maybe it was because we were all in the same vicinity.
So you got
maybe.
Amazon, you got Google Home, you got your iPhone, you got your Android.
Alexa.
Alexa. Do you
Forget about Alexa.
Alexa, where are my clothes since you're spying on me?
Do these people
Right.
do these companies in the government more or less, do they know what kind of a person you are just by the conversations that they're garnering from your data? Like if you, let's say the government might know that you're a Republican. Maybe they know you're a Democrat. They know that you're a racist. They know that you're a big whatever it is. Do they have a profile of everybody in the United States?
I mean, there are a lot of companies that do. I mean, they're just straight marketing companies where you can just buy this data. And there have been like a number of data leaks in the past, maybe 2-3 years, where like information on like every U.S. citizen has been leaked, and it includes like thousands of data points. Do you have pets? Do you have kids? What are their ages? What kind of pet? I mean, there's so much information, political affiliation, religious affiliation. And so, I mean, okay, yes, the government does most likely have a profile, but so do many companies that resell that data to other companies.
Vinny, before we let you go, anything else you want to remind people of? I know you got a meeting at 9:00 and we got to let you go.
Oh, thanks. I would say if you're worried about people spying on you, don't do anything illegal on your laptop. Certainly don't record it.
Hunter, are you listening?
You mean we shouldn't smoke crack and record it? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Vinny, you're the best. Hey, how can people get in contact with you? How can people get in contact with you? Because people are getting their information stolen frequently.
Yeah, so I mean, I primarily work with organizations that are being extorted and things like that. But our number is 844-HACK-911. If you ever run into an issue, we can help with the ransomware or any type of extortion.
Give us the number again.
844-HACK-911.
There you go.
Hey, Vinny, I appreciate it. You're the best. Night Lion Security. Have a great day, my friend.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, always good to catch up with Vinny. Eric, you feel like you took a final over there, don't you?
I kind of do. I do. I got so many questions. I do. I really do.
No, we would have kept him after the break, but he's got a meeting at 9, and he's out of state. So he was calling us from out of state as well.
Well, we appreciate it.
So it's good. We'll be back with more of The Edge right after this. Don't go anywhere. Share the show, 100.7 The Viper. We can get into some more of this stuff, too. Obviously, it was a big weekend with concealed carry. That's another big one. All right, we'll be back with more right after this. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Krista Cooper, Vic Faust with Fox 2. It's the fastest 2 hours of Morning Talk Radio. Back with your news headlines and your birthdays.
Grab your coffee. The Morning Edge will be right back on 100.7 The Viper.
Please leave a message at the beep.
Hey, it's fun. Remember me? Miss you, buddy. Look, I know it's been a minute, but we gotta get the fam back down to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. They've got 3 of the top 5 water coasters in the world. Remember getting soaked on Mammoth and Cheetah Chase? Or screaming down monster roller coasters like Thunderbird and Voyage? Tickets are still at holidayworld.com. Oh, the kids want to say something. Go ahead.
Compass Health Network Express Care offices in Newtown, St. Peters, and Wentzville are ready to serve you today. Compass Health accepts Medicaid, self-pay, private insurance, and offers a sliding fee scale. Don't wait another day to feel better. Call 844-853-8937 for an appointment or visit compasshealthnetwork.org for a location nearest you. Compass Health Network Express Care. Feel better today.
Hey, it's Shanny for Mascots Bar and Grill, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a place to watch the game with friends, Cardinals, Blues, whatever, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. If you're looking for a place for happy hour, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. Heck, grab some friends, get a table, and play rock and roll bingo every night and twice on Saturdays at Mascots Bar and Grill. You can win some great prizes. Seriously, great prizes at Mascots for playing rock and roll bingo. And it's absolutely free to play. Wednesday night is ladies' night, and you won't believe the specials they have going on there. Come by for lunch. They're the home of the legendary lunch special. You go tell them you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want that big old burger and fries for just $5, and they're going to give it to you fresh and hot, just the way you ordered it, and it's so delicious, and you don't have to do the dishes. If you go once, you will go again and again. Mascots Bar and Grill, home of the legendary lunch special.
You work from home, and now home can be anywhere you want with an RV from Bill Thomas Camper Sales. RV travel is the ultimate social distancing for your family, and you know what you have with you and where it's been. For 55 years locally, family-owned, Bill Thomas Camper Sales has had the highest quality for every budget, and they have guidelines in place for your safe shopping experience. Travel in comfort and safety with a visit to Bill Thomas Camper Sales in Wentzville. For details, hours, and directions, go to btcamper.com.
Now another hour of The Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles and KYRO AM and FM Troy. The Edge Morning Show.
DQ presents the sound of an all-star summer lineup.
Leading off, the promising rookie, new Oreo Dirt Pie. On deck, the fan favorite Girl Scout Thin Mints. Summer standouts, Drumstick with peanuts and cotton candy. And batting cleanup, it's you. With your red spoon and 6 summer blizzard flavors, official treat of MLB. All part of the new DQ All-Star Summer Blizzard lineup. DQ? Happy tastes good.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Viper Weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray on this Monday. Partly sunny skies after a nice rain across the region on Sunday. Comfortable humidity levels, though temperatures will be warmer after the chilly weather on Sunday. 89 degrees for the high. Tonight, clear skies, moderate humidity, 69. Tuesday, sunny. It's hot, moderate humidity, nothing extreme, but we'll start to feel it a little bit. 94 degrees. Wednesday, sunny and 95. Thursday, sunny and 92. Friday, sunny, hot and humid. 98 for the high on Friday. Friday probably being the hottest day of the week. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, the Viper.
Clipper River Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. And a couple subjects that we talked about this morning as we give you your news headlines. A Good Samaritan in St. Charles from St. Louis City shot and killed a suspect about 2:30 Saturday morning at the Quick Trip on First Capitol and Highway 70. The suspect had already been linked to 2 other robberies in the day already. He had another woman knife point. He attacked the suspect. The suspect shot and killed them both. The suspect and the Good Samaritan from the city of St. Louis, where this went down at the Quick Trip. Also yesterday, in sad news, the death toll now rises to 4 people shot and killed in the Greenwood Park Mall. A man went in armed with ammunition and started shooting. Fortunately, a 22-year-old suspect was carrying in the mall and shot him down, ending the threat. He was carrying legally, and he is cooperating with the police investigation. A Central West End woman that was charged in connection with 7 overdose deaths has been released from custody. Chunny Ann Reed suffered a medical episode that determined that she is no longer a flight risk or a threat to public safety. She was released on bond under the condition that she would report to her assigned court within 72 hours of being released from the hospital. She was arrested after 9 people overdosed in a 12-hour period in her Central West End apartment, and 7 of the 9 ended up dying. From sports news, Cardinals rained out yesterday. They're going to make up that game. They won their 2 with the cellar dweller Cincinnati Reds. Of course, Cardinals beat the teams that aren't any good, but it's fine. Good news, though, Miles Michaelis is going to the All-Star game now. He should have been there in the first place. But bad news is Nolan Arenado is now out of the All-Star game.
What?
Yeah, he got hurt. He's hurt. He's resting. Let's hope it's not serious. Let's just hope he wanted a vacation. Sometimes they say they're hurt.
Like Yachty?
Yeah, like Yachty. He's going down to Yachty, and Yachty's supposed to be back in August now to start his rehab stint. Let's look at some of your headlines, news, and sports. I'm Vic Faust.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Say it's your birthday.
It's the birthday.
That's right, I serve you cake. I'm Peggy. Pull your leggy. Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go.
Okay, it is birthday time, July 18th. People born on this day are extremely practical folks. They have a tendency for the creative side and to have a great imagination. However, not as all good with these folks. They also are prone to getting bored and are susceptible to changing moods. Vin Diesel, actor known as Dominic Toretto, right, in the Fast and Furious franchise. He is 55 years old today.
Vin's 55.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
That's one of the more shocking ones that you've said.
Yeah. Do you know what his real name is?
Anthony?
Mark Sinclair. Yeah. And I didn't know. Well, my husband knew, but he has a fraternal twin brother. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Dude's worth $225 million. By the way, I didn't think it would be that much, but well done, Vin Diesel. Kristen Bell is 42 today. She's married to Dax Shepard, right? Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Couples Retreat, 2 good movies. She also voiced Anna in the Frozen movies. Sir Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Group.
He's got to be 90.
72.
That's still up there, though.
Yeah. He is worth $4 billion. And I didn't know this. The Virgin Group started as a mail order record retailer.
Absolutely.
In 1970.
Absolutely.
Right?
Wow.
Now they control over 400 companies.
No doubt.
Telemarketing, all kinds of
Virgin
stuff.
Records, baby.
Yes, he's all over it. So then Margot Martindale, she's an actress. She's 71. She was most famous for playing Mags Bennett on Justified. Won a Primetime Emmy and a Critics' Choice Award for it. Joe Torre, anybody?
74.
Vic, Joe Torre?
81.
82.
Wow!
Oh, right?
He's that old?
Yeah.
Think about when he played.
So yeah,
In
hear
the
this.
50s or
So
60s?
he played
60s?
for the Braves, the Cardinals, the Mets. He managed the Mets, Braves, Cardinals, Yankees, and Dodgers.
Did you do that off the top of your head?
No, I researched it.
Why do you think these segments are so good?
All right, Penny Hardaway, former NBA player, also coach. He's 51 today. And then Dion DiMucci. Is that how you say it? I know he's just simply known as Dion. He's 83 today. You guys might know his song, The Wanderer. Or maybe you know Runaround Sue.
No, I do not. But,
No?
But
Oh my
we got
gosh.
it.
Doo-wop kind of guy.
We have to throw out a happy birthday to Anna's husband, who is 45 today,
Happy birthday.
from the Facebook line.
That's
so there you go.
awesome.
What's his name?
Well, we're wishing the happiest birthdays to all of our famous friends and anybody else out there that has a birthday today from your Edge family.
Good morning.
Today is a very special day.
It's a very special day. Why is today a special day?
Because today is
TGIM, that's right.
Today is...
Thank God it's Monday.
Thank God it's Monday.
Is that a real thing? Is that a real thing? Why, yes, it is.
Google it.
You can Google it. It's worth a Google.
I don't need to.
I believe you.
You know what else I just realized? It's showtime.
So what is today? I'm confused.
Monday.
It's TikTok Monday.
Yeah, okay.
So Tucker Carlson apparently tonight is doing a special on how China hacks into your life and spies on you. So that'll be interesting. Tucker knows how to get to the nuts and bolts of things.
Well, we're ahead of the game again.
I think so. My
That's
money
how I look
doesn't
at the-
jiggle. It folds. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I
do
do
you?
know exactly what you're talking about because
My
you
money
don't
doesn't
remember,
jiggle.
I showed
It
your
folds.
TikTok video on the
No.
show
I like it when you wiggle,
to
wiggle.
that
I like
song.
it when you wiggle. Faux show.
6'2".
Like it when you dribble. You know.
Faux show.
You know. I love TikTok. I'm sorry. It's fantastic.
Wait, actually, Kelly Mano had one that I saved this weekend. She was teaching everybody how to do the Vanilla Ice Baby dance. Did you see it?
No.
Because you've had her on the show before. Isn't it Kelly Mano?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she taught, there's like a new dance out to the Ice
She
Ice
loves
dance.
our show. I didn't
Right.
know that.
So she has one out where she's teaching everybody how to do it back in the day. And it is hilarious. I mean, she like breaks it down.
Which dance?
The whole like the dun 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 dun, dun like, and she was doing everything like
Well,
this.
she's a super dancer. She's super fun. Kelly Mano,
Kelly?
check her out.
I know.
She loves our show. She says, you guys are different. You guys do it real. You do it right.
Well, she had me laughing.
Former
very
producer
hard.
of one of the producers of the Stephen DC Morning Show.
That's right.
So good.
And she also is the one who wore the dinosaur outfits behind our
Greatest thing I've ever seen.
Our Fox 2 reporters in store parking lots.
Greatest thing I've ever
They're
seen.
running behind one dinosaur, pushing another dinosaur in a parking lot, back and forth behind.
I love people
our
like
news
that.
reporter.
I love people like that.
In the Target parking lot.
I love people like that.
Yeah, this new one, she's like dancing, doing
Kelly
a dance
Vano.
tutorial in her kitchen.
She's funny. No, she's good. That's why she gets paid to do that. And
yeah.
she's very creative. And
I mean, she got down and humped the ground and everything. She did the whole dance. It's great.
and she's super talented where she can dance. I mean, she can dance.
Can she really?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of us that
Pretty good,
can't.
man.
There's a lot of us that can't. That are frustrated.
No, she can she can dance.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Edge. It is the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Eric's still trying to process the whole TikTok, the China, which you brought up.
I know,
with
it's like-
Tucker
it's like-
Carlson, and what we learned from Vinny when it comes to the situation. That's one of the best things you can do.
It's like pizza.
Don't do stupid crap
Yeah.
and tape it.
TikTok is like
Yes.
pizza. It's like pizza with sugar sprinkled on it. It's so good, but you know it's going to kill your waistline. So what do you do?
I
Do
know.
you not
I love,
eat pizza because
but
of your waistline? or
but this
do
is
you,
a great point. Todd says the reels, they suck your time away.
they sure do.
And then before you know it, it's been 30 minutes, and it's like, what? I could have been so more productive.
Okay, but Todd's like a week behind because Reels are a week behind.
What?
Still, they're
no,
still
like,
They
there.
are
no,
fantastic.
Hold on. Before
boy.
I was on TikTok for at least a year before my husband ever got on.
Right.
And he would constantly send me videos and Instagram
Yes.
of these things. And,
Yes.
and I would just write him back and he'd be like, babe, saw that last week. Babe, saw that
Babe
last
saw
week.
that
That
last
means
week.
you're on TikTok too much, Crystal.
No, it's
No,
that
she's at the
everything
tip of
from
the spear.
It's like people that are on TikTok are like, oh, that's funny. So they share it to their story on Instagram. And then people that are only on Instagram only can find it there. And they just are late to the game. So
Okay.
if you like
No.
Reels, get TikTok.
I would like to look at your phone and see how much time you're on TikTok every day.
Me too.
Yeah.
I
you'd
guarantee
be
you-
I bet
surprised.
it's a lot.
Can you do
No.
that right now?
An hour.
I bet it's
Here,
a lot.
I will.
Go
And
to-
I bet you'll be surprised because
bet
it's
it's a
not
lot.
that much.
Don't lie
An
there.
hour.
Don't lie.
You're on TikTok an hour on average every day.
That's a lot.
That's a little.
Maybe 10
No.
times for 10
An
minutes.
hour?
Where do
An
I
hour.
do it?
Are you high?
You know how many times I'm on TikTok?
Dude, you
I'm
are
saying
there
an
4
hour.
Never.
Okay, you maybe not.
Hour for
but you replace that with Facebook. You
Maybe
got
an hour.
You're about 4 hours. I think you would be shocked.
Me?
I think you would be shocked, Chris.
No.
Chris, you would be.
Aaron
No.
says it's all a Chinese ploy or plot to dumb down U.S. citizenry. I agree.
Dude, this is China. This is the digital version of China bringing fentanyl over the border, Vic. This is them
It
saying,
is.
"Hey, this dumbass country isn't going to stop us bringing fentanyl in. Just do it. Go. Put it on trucks, mules. I don't care. Get fentanyl into the damn country. Go. We can kill 100,000 of them within a year. Go. It's the same thing with TikTok. It's like, if these morons are going to let us do it, all right, do it. Go. I'm telling you, China is like, these guys are laughing at us so hard. I can't wait for this special tonight because Tucker's going to break it down that TikTok knows what you are doing every second of the day if you have TikTok, and people still won't care.
No, because those are Americans.
They won't care.
You're gonna have to tell me how to find it. I went to the app, but I did find this at the bottom of my TikTok thing. There's an allow tracking, and mine's off, so you can turn it off.
I don't know that matters if there's nefarious things going
I
on.
know, but so how do I find my?
I don't know.
Because
You got to go to your settings, your
I'm
phone
in settings, but I went to
But while you're looking, we just had an announcement that came out. Dr. Anthony Fauci,
Uh-oh. No, don't stop.
Chief Medical Officer
This is a
to
Monday.
the President of the United States, says
This is Good News Monday only.
he will retire by the end of President Biden's term.
I bet he will.
He'll be retired.
Yeah, I bet he will.
He'll be like an old pony that they put out to pasture.
Following more than 5 decades of federal service under 7 different presidential administrations. So he's 81 now. He's also been the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, the NIAID, since 84. So, of course, we know he's
a
become
lame
the face
duck.
of.
He's got to go.
So he says he is out. No truth to the rumor that he is going to be doing voiceover work on future Star Wars movies.
He could be on the Star Wars character. Hey, just Dr. Fauci, gonna give you some COVID medicine. Sorry, Crystal, you didn't need to hear that. Were we on the air? Go.
Are you still looking, or you can't find it, Crystal?
No, it says so. All I got right now is it says screen time, daily average.
Yeah,
is-
that's not. Yeah, that's all screen time, right?
Right. Well, it says 3 hours, 20 minutes. And then you go down below it and it like breaks it down. And
Yeah.
it says 40 minutes for TikTok.
That cannot be true.
I said an hour.
That's a
I
lie.
figured you were in
That's
an
a
hour.
lie. It's a lie.
Right here.
If you're on TikTok for 1 minute, you're on for 4 hours.
I have children.
It's like eating Skittles. You can't eat just one.
No.
It's the whole bag's gone. Just dump the bag.
I
in
bet
your mouth.
you beat me on TikTok.
No
Time.
doubt. No doubt.
That's a great way to turn the tables. That's an excellent way to
No
turn
doubt.
the tables.
I'll bet you're
as
right.
a matter of fact. Who just brought up Skittles?
Me.
Why did you bring up Skittles?
Because Skittles is the candy of demons. It's like, would you like a Skittle? Absolutely, I would. And by the time it's over, you've eaten the entire bag of Skittles.
Eric, do you think Skittles taste different?
It's like the
Which flavor?
Well, there's a lawsuit there. Oh, I'm sorry. And Chris's question first.
My question is what?
Do you think each Skittle tastes different? Each flavor? Or do they all taste
Yeah,
the
the
same?
lemonies taste lemonier, and the redders taste reddier, I guess. Yeah, I would say that. And what is that, a placebo effect? And is it my mind playing a trick on me or
Yes,
something?
it is.
Oh.
Well,
they all taste the same?
Well, we were told they were all the same taste, just different colors.
So they didn't put any flavoring in the coating.
Well, let's just put it this way. Here you go, Eric.
Okay, go ahead.
A lawsuit has been launched against the makers of Skittles.
Oh, no.
Here I was like, did you say Skittles? The candy maker Mars is being sued by a consumer, and then a group has come together now alleging that Skittles contains a known toxin that makes the rainbow candies unfit for human consumption. This was filed in U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California last week. A female resident, Janelle Thames, said they're unsafe for consumers because they contain heightened levels of titanium dioxide.
I love titanium dioxide. It's so good. In a movie.
In 2016, Mars, the maker of Skittles, publicly shared its intention to effectively remove titanium dioxide from all of its products in the coming years. That was back in 2016. But the titanium dioxide is still being used in their products like Skittles.
Why? It sounds so damn tasty.
Mars has not made any more comments about the situation now.
Is it a preservative?
It's the color additive.
Oh.
So titanium dioxide, the color additive, they say may be safely used for coloring foods generally, but there are several restrictions, such as the quantity of titanium dioxide that's used. You can't exceed 1% of the food's weight,
Oh, gotcha.
according to the FDA, yet they are. So Skittles could be going bye-bye, or you'll
Man.
just have white Skittles.
No, it'll
that would be racist.
No.
Mike, stop
Someone
it.
would say that.
What do you
No, he's
mean?
right. Someone would say that.
It's going to be the same thing they did with the McDonald's French fries. Remember, for years the trans fats in that thing were like clogging up your heart at like an extraordinary rate.
Still are.
They fixed it.
No, they didn't.
Apparently,
How did they fix it?
Apparently, they don't do the same technique anymore, and they're actually more healthy for you now.
Really?
But they're still French fries, so you're going to die one way or another. Carbohydrates will kill
I think
you.
the last time I bought Skittles, we didn't even eat them. We used them for a science project with my daughter.
Yeah, like Mentos.
Well, so you line
With the Coke. Mentos and Coke in a bottle.
That's a good one.
Kaboom!
No, we took a plate and you line them in colors like on the outside of the plate.
Okay.
And you pour water, I think it's warm water in the
Yeah.
middle.
Mhm.
And what happens is the dye comes off of all the Skittles and it makes like a rainbow water. And she just thought it was, this was like
A
2 years
rainbow
ago. She was
water?
4. Yeah. Like, because all of the colors come off and it makes all these stripes.
And who knew that
into
was
the water.
that was dioxin that looked so pretty?
Titanium dioxide.
Right?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Okay.
So you're addicted to titanium dioxide.
Yeah.
And it has no flavoring. It's just coloring.
Yeah, I would eat the white Skittles, I guess.
which shows that the Skittles taste the same, that the coloring is not flavor. The coloring is titanium dioxide.
How about that?
Which just gives it a new color.
What is your favorite candy?
It would be something chocolate.
It would be chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
What's yours?
Ugh, I don't know.
And you're a confectioner by trade. So what
Yeah,
is
I don't eat a lot of sweets.
Chris, what's yours?
I don't know. I'm not a big candy person.
I know, but there has to be something out there that you like. I'll tell you mine. Circus peanuts, hands down.
Okay.
Circus peanuts. What? The orange ones?
Yeah, the big orange ones.
You like all this stuff? That probably has titanium dioxide in it.
Yeah.
I like chocolate
and it's
covered,
made with
like,
air.
Do you want? Fine. You know
Air
what
and
what we used to do is we would
I would
take
say
a,
Cracker Jacks for me.
That's not a candy.
Close enough.
A snack? Is that a snack?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe a snack?
I promoted Cracker Jacks last time I was at the ball game.
Yes, you did.
You did a fine job.
I put them all up on the wall so that would.
Yes, you did.
Camera would.
Yeah. On the Facebook line, what's your favorite candy?
Oh, you know what? No, I got it. You know
What's
those
that?
those little watermelons that are like sweet sour or like Sour Patch Kids? I'd say probably Sour Patch
those
Kids.
are the worst.
I like that. It's like sweet. Like if I'm gonna do it, it's
Those
like
are the ones you give to
gummy.
your 2-year-old to
fruity.
punish them. Like here, you want to put? You're getting a spanking, or you're going to eat one of these Sour Patch Kids. What? Take your pick. Okay, I'll take the Sour Patch Kids. No, but mine are circus peanuts. Skittles are
What
always
the hell is a circus peanut? I'm sorry.
Dude, I'll bring you a bag of circus peanuts. I would say saltwater taffy's right up there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to say.
I like licorice too.
and they
but
don't
not
make
black
they
licorice.
don't make these anymore. I don't think. But bottle caps. Do you guys remember bottle
I
caps?
do
gotta be
like bottle
somewhere.
caps.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's best. It's
Those
the
are
best.
good. They're
And-
like sweet tart-esque, but
Yeah.
not like the tarty.
And when we were kids, just bags of sugar. That was good candy. We just dump it on bread and eat it just like that.
Yeah.
We were poor, Vic.
I thought you were going to say the sticks, where you put the stick candy.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, man. Give the kids a straw full of sugar. Man, they were killing us back in the 70s and 80s, weren't
yeah.
they? Damn.
It's where it's, no, you were the test. You were the test.
We were the test. Especially me. I went to Francis Howell High School.
Aaron says, of course, Grandpa Eric likes circus peanuts
That's
and
what I'm
taffy.
saying.
So
Like,
what?
I've never
It is
even
so. That is Grandpa
I've
Eric.
never
guys.
heard of circus peanuts.
Dude, I'm going to make you
Where
eat a
would you
bag
buy
of
'em?
circus peanuts tomorrow.
You're
I
not
am.
going to go to the gas station and buy them.
I am.
Sometimes they may have.
Yeah, I am.
You may see them every now and then.
What do they look like?
They look like a damn peanut,
Look it
only
up.
huge
This
orange.
is good stuff, Chris.
They're like a marshmallow
All right,
candy.
It's air.
They're like
it's like air.
marshmallowy.
It's air.
How in the world
And
is a
soft.
food group make you a grandpa?
Fun dip. That's what I was talking about.
Seriously. How in the
Easy.
world is the best candy ever invented?
Because of
that
the
you can-
time period.
What does that mean?
Oh my God! You got to go to a granny store to get this, man. Circus peanuts? Are you kidding me?
Why are you guys capping on me? It was just a little experiment about what your favorite candy was. Good God.
Do you go to grandma's
Yeah, but you brought
candy
it
store or
up.
something?
You asked the question.
Fine. What is there a Gen Z candy that I'm forgetting about? Which one's
Skittles.
that? Skittles is Gen Z. Okay, I like Skittles too. So there you go. Back to COVID.
Aaron says
No, not
circus
back to
peanuts
COVID.
are orange air with no flavor.
Fantastic.
exactly.
Then suck them down.
I do remember.
All right, back to.
Oh
back-
my God. Anna says you might be able to find those circus peanuts at Rural King.
And they taste terrible.
And I guarantee
All
they
right.
have double the
All right.
titanium dioxide crap.
All right, enough.
That-
Enough capping on me for 1 week.
That is.
1 week.
It's just a lot of
Damn,
people on the Facebook line are saying the only people they've ever known in their life to eat them were their grandparents.
Fantastic. All right.
And the AP is now reporting that Dr. Fauci likes circus peanuts as well.
Good.
It's on. I'm reading it right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, me and Fauci hang.
How
during
old
the-
was he?
He's
82?
81.
Yeah.
so,
That makes sense.
so it falls right in his wheelhouse.
You can also go
Oh,
fishing
there
with
you
them.
go. Someone's helping you out. You can find them at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, yeah. The Cracker Barrel, where all the old people go.
And all the good food is. Hello.
That's
Well,
awesome.
there
Wait,
is that.
actually, did I hear somebody told me Cracker Barrel is serving alcohol now? Is this true?
Yes, because I had a Bud Light with my back in the day.
Look who's
Yeah.
going to Cracker Barrel, bitch. All right, Cracker Barrel.
He just said, look who's going to Cracker Barrel, bitch.
Hey, You want to go to Cracker Barrel?
Hell yeah. They got circus peanuts. Let's go.
All right, bitch, let's go.
Oh, I was waiting for somebody to go, oh, there's our next Meet the Edge.
Right, right.
After
I'm
the
there.
float trip.
That's Cracker
I'm
Barrel.
there. I'm
Float
there.
trip, then Cracker Barrel. Then we're off to the Rural King for Eric.
Fine. That's right. I'll buy a bucket of them right
You
now.
need to talk to your bus driver with Del Mar Gardens to make a stop by Rural.
You don't think I do already? They puree them for me at night. I just suck them down with a straw.
Oh, my God. Tammy says, yep. Grandma had circus peanuts, orange slices, and gumdrops.
Yes.
Oh, my God. That's about.
Yeah, but you don't put circus peanuts in a bowl. That's disgusting.
No, they dry
You
out,
only
right?
put,
Yeah, but what do you put in a bowl
You
anymore?
only put
You
hard candies in a bowl.
Bull crap. You only
Only.
put hard candies wrapped in a bowl.
Yeah,
right.
well, that's better, but you can put Skittles in a bowl, and that's okay.
The
But
days of going in and grabbing, that's.
When I was a kid, my grandmother used to have this vase, and I would go over there. Every time I went over there, I'd stick my hand in this vase. And you know what was in it? Every single time.
What?
Gum.
Gum?
Gum.
Gum?
Like, do you know them little packs of gum that had like 5 pieces in it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those.
That's different. That's
the skinny pieces.
Yeah.
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 You peel it from
It
the
was
top.
never hard candy. It
Right.
was never Skittles
Yeah.
or nothing like that. It was always gum.
Yeah. But if you go to a Christmas party, they can put the green and red slices out.
Yeah.
That's cool. You can put the ones that are wrapped that taste like
Yeah.
spearmint. I don't know what those are called.
My
But they
grandma-
do that.
Peppermint.
Yeah, she always.
But you do not put orange circus peanuts in a bowl because it
No.
absorbs everything. It's like
Yeah.
a sponge
You don't put
of
that-
COVID.
Yeah,
It's
is.
literally
Of
like
COVID.
it's like COVID sponges.
Oh, damn.
It's kind of like putting baking powder in your refrigerator. It sucks up everything
That's
that
right.
you don't want.
That's exactly right.
It also has an interesting smell to it.
It's like a filter in your house, and you're eating them. I'm
Oh, Chris-
disgusted now. Please go back to something
And
like
that was your favorite
immigration.
candy, Eric.
Right?
I'll never eat it again now. Thanks a lot, guys. You suck.
No, Chris, my grandma had it was a dark green glass, it was like a bowl, but it had a lid on it too. And it like had fingers where it met like this.
Yep.
And it always had pillow mints in it. Those
There you
like
go.
white little pillow mints, you know?
That's so
You know what I'm
cute.
talking
That's
about?
so
Yeah.
adorable.
They're like melt away kind of.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's my grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Memory.
kidding, Aaron Bland. Kids in Winsville, don't go to Eric Johnson's house for Halloween. You might get some
He won't even have his light on.
He'll make you sit and listen to one of his songs.
Yes.
We give apple slices away, like real apples. We
When did you buy them? A couple of weeks before?
Yes. They have fruit flies
Just
in
don't
them.
be the guy who hands out like toothbrushes.
Right.
I'm a dentist.
There were like 5 dentists in my subdivision
Really?
growing up. It was so annoying.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep, candy fruit slices with a little sugar on them.
Yeah.
That is the ultimate grandma, grandpa
Yeah.
candy.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a quick break again. We'll come back. Hey, you know what? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade out of it. Just ask Texas Governor Greg Abbott, because the D.C. mayor has a serious problem with what
I
he's
love
doing
this.
right now. It is one of the best stories.
I hope you have the data behind this story.
There's data.
I want to see it.
And we'll get into that. You won't want to miss it. Anything else you guys want to talk about? It is the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio, an hour and a half down, just like that. Jump in on the Facebook line, the best communication anywhere, 100.7 The Viper on Facebook. You can also listen to us on the web, viperrocks.com. Hell, if you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. 636-695-2915. Eric's now eating his bowl of Halloween candy. Back with more right after this. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2.
The new abnormal.
This place is a nut house.
The Edge Morning Show.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack.
But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Things are a bit tight lately. That's why I love Kohl's. I went back to school shopping and got kids' clothes for under $6, sneakers for less than $20, and an extra 20% off already great deals, like 25% off backpacks. And get this, you can save more with a Kohl's card and earn Kohl's Cash. Talk about more style and more savings. Select styles, 20% off ends July 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's account for details.
Thanks, everyone, for baking your way here on this toasty morning. Are you all ready to jam? Excellent. Before we get rolling, let's start by hashing out everything bagel we'll be discussing. Profit margins are okay, but they could maybe be butter. Sorry, I don't mean to waffle. Next quarter, it's all or muffin. Did you have a question, sausage patty?
My name's Patricia.
When you can't take your mind off breakfast, it matters where you stay. Delicious breakfast available at our Hilton family of brands. Hilton, for the stay.
Great care for children begins at Compass Health Network. Our Warrenton and Wentzville locations offer pediatric walk-in services, same-day appointments, and specialty care, so your children get the care they need, when, and how they need it. When it comes to children's health care, Compass Health Network is here for you and your family. Call 844-853-8937 for an appointment, or visit compasshealthnetwork.org for more information.
KFC knows that when it comes to chicken sandwiches, there's good and there's finger-licking good.
A chicken sandwich? That's good. A 100% white meat KFC chicken sandwich so delicious it forces you to rethink everything you know about sandwiches, including whether or not they even need buns, but then you remember how good a brioche bun can be and then having to rethink your rethinking? That's finger-licking good.
KFC's chicken sandwich, always served hot and crispy, in your choice of classic or spicy. Order now on the KFC app. Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's finger-licking good.
Prices and product availability may vary.
Hey, Brian Dawson here. Folks, Brian Dawson Roofing and Construction is a roofing company dedicated to excellence and quality. We are very familiar with working with insurance as well as uninsured roofing needs. We do room additions, small roofs, big roofs, steep roofs, flat roofs, residential and commercial. So hey, if you have any roofing or construction needs, call me, Brian Dawson.
Learn more by visiting BrianDawsonRoofing.com or call 636-465-9465. That's 465-9465.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
The graphics are so real on this video game console I bought with the savings from switching to Progressive 10 years ago. I can't tell what's real and what's the game, which I think is what people want. You know, in the future, which it is currently.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Hello, Discover here to explain our cash back match. Here's how it works. We give you cash back for using your Discover card on the things you were going to buy anyway. Then we match that cash back in your first year. And that's why we call it Cash Back Match. Now to recap and say cash back one more time. We match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year automatically. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Welcome back to The Edge, everybody. The fastest 2 hours in morning talk radio. Happy Monday, July 18th is our date as we move along throughout this summer. When Eric gets back, he probably didn't know, but maybe he does. But
somebody brought him some circus peanuts.
Oh, he went out. He went to the door to get a circus peanut.
He went out there to grab them. How were they? They were nasty.
Great.
Oh, they were great.
You think they had circus peanuts at the reception for Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck?
Oh, yeah. No.
There wasn't a reception. They just went to Vegas.
They just did it at Vegas and did
She had
the
her
second
twins
time.
with her, and that was it.
They got married. She said, quote, "We did it. Love is beautiful. Love is kind."
Love is patient. Love is patient, right?
She released the first pictures from that, so congratulations to them.
That was a couple meant to be.
They are back.
Oh, yeah, like
they
over
are back
20
together.
years, right?
I'm waiting for Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston.
I know. Me too.
Just pull the trigger already.
Come on.
Why do you say that? Bennifer 2.0 made it official, so they're better now.
Yeah. I bet A-Rod's going.
I think he had to stop drinking. Was that the deal?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ben Affleck? Isn't that why they had the issues in the first place?
Ooh, that's not good news.
Are you starting?
You don't
are
want
you
to
stirring
start.
the pot?
That ain't good.
You don't
No,
want
I
to
thought
start
that- honest to
changing
God, I thought
stripes
that's
on
what
a
I'd heard.
tiger. That's for sure. It's not good. Give me some polka dots.
Pictures can be deceiving, but they look extremely happy.
Okay, well that's good.
They're both actors,
Yeah.
though. Actor, actress.
He probably had to have
performers.
a meeting with Tom Brady saying how to eat properly and not drink.
And by the way, Michelle says, Eric, no, Jen is too good for Brad.
I disagree with that.
Jen is
comment.
too good for Brad?
No.
I don't think so.
That doesn't make sense. That
Well,
was
I've heard that sentiment before.
Jen, you know, I will say this.
Maybe she meant Brad is too good for Jen.
Jen,
No, that's not.
Jennifer Aniston is one of those girls, or those actors or actresses, whatever it is, that she seems as legitimate of a person as anyone I've ever seen in Hollywood. And she really does.
Mm-hmm.
You know that she's making $80 million a year on reruns. She probably makes $100 to $200 million on any movie she does.
She's an Aveeno. She does the Aveeno commercials.
Exactly.
Right? So she's
Yeah.
got that.
There are people that have run across her that I know in LA that says that she just talks like any normal. I think that Brad Pitt and her need to get together. I think I need to make a phone call today.
Yeah, maybe she's
Yeah.
a little too normal for Brad Pitt. I don't know.
It could be. Maybe she's a little too milk toast.
Right? Because,
Yeah.
I mean, Angelina's kind of like other end of the
Yeah.
spectrum. Right?
Michelle said he cheated on her. And that's why.
And that's why.
Yeah.
With who? With Angelina Jolie?
Who knows?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I mean, you watch that movie.
Allegedly.
You cannot see that.
Oh, boy.
Cannot unsee that.
Then I take it back.
Right? They were so hot on each other in that movie.
They're actors and actresses.
No. I'm sorry. That's a different performance. That movie is a different
As you
performance.
get older in life,
You
as your
think so?
hair
I
starts
think
to
so.
as your-
Anybody else? Facebook?
as your
Different
hair
performance?
starts to turn gray in life and you start to settle down and you aren't the 20, 30-year-old that you used to be, do you think that people who maybe found connection in their younger years can re-find that connection in their older years and say, look, that was a different time, that was a different me?
It depends on how it ended the first time.
Depends on how it ended. Okay.
What happened?
Yeah.
What kind of trauma took place, if any?
Yeah. Because these people, anyway, I'd rather talk about the thing in D.C. than this, but
We
good
are.
for them.
Hey, no,
good for them.
You took it up to Jennifer.
I did.
I just gave an update on
I would
news.
say there's two female actors that I think are just badass. Jennifer Aniston, okay? And I would say Elizabeth Hurley. You know who Elizabeth Hurley is, Crystal Cooper?
Huh?
Elizabeth Hurley.
Yes.
She was in Austin Powers.
Yes.
Those two actresses
Mhm.
just they had preservatives in them. So I would have to say, do you have anybody like that from the 80s that you think, I mean, George Clooney that you're like, that actually weathered the storm of age well?
I don't know. I'm just so not.
You're a Gen Xer, though. You don't really look at anything that happened in the 80s and the 90s, do you?
No, and like I travel a lot playing volleyball.
Yeah.
So like I'm terrible with any movies that came out from like 96 to 06.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
you
just
look at
didn't
it. But there's no one from the old days that you're like, man, they still look good.
I mean, I think Brad Pitt's done a very great job, right?
Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not considered old for you.
Yeah.
I mean, Pierce Brosnan, right? He's a little older. He wasn't ugly as an older guy.
I don't know who that
He's in his
Brosnan is.
mid-70s.
He was in 007, right?
He was a
Yes.
007?
He's in
Yeah.
his mid-70s.
Trying to think of who else. I mean, I think Ryan Reynolds is cute.
Ryan Reynolds isn't old?
I know, but you're talking.
He's a
to
millennial.
Me, but you're talking to me. Like, what do you want me to say? You want
What
me
are
to
you,
say
16?
like Harrison Ford?
Yeah, like a Harrison Ford.
Okay,
Did
or
he-
like okay, hold on. He was in
What baseball player do you think's cute?
From the 80s.
From the 80s?
From the 80s.
Oh, come on, dude. She was born in 80s.
So
I was
what?
born in the late 80s.
What about the 90s? Ken Griffey Jr.
No,
No.
I don't.
Barry Bonds.
No.
Mike Piazza.
I'm sorry. Am I being too picky?
That's
here?
all right.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
back to
Harrison
Washington, D.C.
Bader's pretty cute.
There you go, Harrison Bader.
He's in his 20s.
Edgar Martinez.
So that's not that far from me.
Oh, I thought you
I
were
hope
looking.
your husband isn't listening.
Vince
He
Coleman.
knows I like Harrison Bader.
Willie
Oh,
McGee.
boy.
Vince Coleman.
Willie takes it. All right, Eric, you wanted to talk about it. Okay, here's the situation. You know what? You're the
Here we
governor
go.
of Texas.
All right,
I love
David
this
Freeze,
story.
Is that old enough for you?
We're past that. Go.
He
we're
was
going.
like 2000.
We're going to Washington D.C. now.
Keep popping names in if you want to pop names in. The
Donald
administration didn't. Haven't you seen him dance?
Prince
yeah.
Harry.
He jiggle jiggle.
I was just gonna say.
He
beat me
wiggle
to
wiggle
it.
jiggle jiggle.
Beat me to
Okay.
it.
We all know what the border.
Oh, Paul Rudd, very good. That's a good guy,
He's
right?
not that old.
Hold on, he was in Clueless all the way back then, right? That would have been me.
John
that would have been a young
Stamos.
one for me. Okay,
John
yeah, I'll
Stamos
give
would-
you John Stamos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Tom
Yeah,
Cruise?
not bad, but he's just kind of weird. Gosh, I'm trying to think of the guy my mom really likes.
I've blown Crystal Cooper's mind. Now she's thinking about this.
I know.
I gave you
right?
two. I gave you Jennifer
Oh, what
Aniston.
about Denzel Washington?
Okay, sure.
I've heard women talk about him being very attractive. Not
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson. Sorry, Drew.
The only reason I bring this up is because on Facebook every now and then Elizabeth Hurley will come up with some bikini shot in the south of France. I'm like, damn, she could do Austin Powers Part 8
Yeah.
in a bikini. Go ahead, Beck. Back to Washington, D.C. Sorry.
D.C. mayor's complaining that Governor Abbott in Texas is tricking what she calls undocumented
Here we go.
homeless.
How do we set this
She
up?
says the reason her city has homeless problems is because the mayor of Texas, Governor Abbott, is busing illegal immigrants to her city.
Okay, here comes the rooster.
She says it's a very significant issue. We've called on the federal government to work across state lines to prevent people from being tricked
How about
into getting on these buses and coming to D.C. Take care of the border problem, Governor Abbott says, and then we'll talk.
I would say keep shipping them to D.C.
Yes, sir. Put them on bigger buses,
What, they
double
don't-
decker. Let's
they
go to.
don't-
We'll go to Europe and get some
She
double
says
decker
that
buses.
like
Abbott
it?
has sent multiple buses of illegal immigrants to D.C. to manage the growing number pouring in from the border.
And there's many more coming.
His order to bus migrants to D.C. came after multiple border communities have complained about an influx of illegal immigrants. Said, fine, if you're not going to do anything at the border, then we're going to bring them to you and to the Biden administration, and we'll drop them off at the Capitol.
Sounds like a damn good plan to me.
So many ways we could talk about this.
She says the local taxpayers are not going to pick up the tab. They shouldn't pick up the pad. We need to coordinate.
So the federal government's supposed to take up
a federal response. We know that it's done for refugees who come to the States from all points of the world, and the same has to be done in this situation.
The situation is that it begins at the border. If you're going to help anybody, Biden has to go help Abbott out at the border first. That'll take care of your problem in Washington, D.C. It's so funny. I used to live in Seattle, and that was the first place that I ever saw illegal immigrants. They would live under a bridge on I-5. So I would go to work, and I would look to the left, and there would be about 50 Latinos under a bridge at that point. And there was a big ICE presence in Seattle, but they were still soft on Latin workers. And the day workers would get picked up in pickup trucks, and it would be like, $20 a day, and they would go do all this yard work, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's interesting. And up in Seattle, the people, American citizens like myself and you guys, would complain that there were no construction jobs anymore. And that was a problem because the American citizens were being undercut by hundreds of dollars a day because of, and this was a minor case. I can't imagine what it's like in Washington, D.C. now with hundreds upon hundreds of Haitians and Mexicans and South Americans coming to Washington, D.C., and now that mayor has to say, we need to figure out how to pay for this, but they don't understand that the problem started in the White House in the first place. They have no clue what they're doing. This is cause, and I always bring this up on the radio show, Vic, cause and effect. If you're going to let these people come across the border, they're going to go somewhere. They're not staying in Austin, Texas.
Well, this is just one aspect of it, but here is another interesting aspect, an indirect relation. Just Friday, 22 House Republicans were all over the Biden administration after reports suggested that the government, and we did a story on this, had started to transport illegal immigrants throughout the country to receive abortions on taxpayer dollars.
This is ridiculous.
So you've got that issue at stake as well.
This is ridiculous.
And this is another crazy thing. This has been on news this morning. U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the Border Patrol, released its June monthly report, which cited over 200,000 border crossings. June. People, June.
A quarter of a million.
Colonel Adams told us this was going to happen. He told us it was going to come.
He did.
Nobody knows more about the border than him, who worked it with his group for 12 years. That includes a record number of, quote, terrorist sightings, as well as 15,000 unaccompanied children.
Yeah. The terrorists is the scary part. The fact that they're able to, I mean, you could literally put a CIA officer from China or India or Russia into this group of people, and they're literally walking across the border.
And if you bring children into the United States, and if they get taken in, then if the parents show up, you take parents as well.
Yes.
That's the next step.
Yes.
Think about that.
And you're already seeing steps made in, and I think they voted it down, but in New York State to let illegal immigrants vote.
Mm-hmm.
You can vote.
Where was that? Has that been made legal?
No, I think they went to
Oh.
court and they said they shot it down, but it's only a matter of time before that kind of pressure hits the courts and they go, okay, you guys can vote for your local governments. All right, you can vote for your state governments. So it's already starting to happen, Vic, that and this is only 18 months into this administration, that the governments that are taking court cases about illegal immigrants casting ballots in our country. When does that hit the national scene? When do illegal immigrants get to vote for senators and for their county executives and for blah, blah, blah? Mm-hmm. Go down the list. So you're starting to see, look, the mosaic of what they wanted to do is starting to come to is starting to happen. They're trying to break down all of our systems. They're trying to let illegal immigration over because they think that they will vote Democratic, period. Mm-hmm. And they will win this country back for centuries. They will never be able to get a conservative because these people don't have a memory of what this country's about. This country was started from people who didn't want to be taxed from England, from those people. We're breaking those systems down. So these people coming across the borders, they don't have any affiliation with that. They're like, no, we just want to come here and party and benefit off of this tax system. They want to make this place Venezuela. That's what they're doing. So the mosaic of what the Democrats are doing these days, illegal immigration, the Green New Deal, which is breaking down our fossil fuel industry. The next thing I heard, and this is what Chris kind of told me, is they're trying to make Bitcoin the way of the future so that there is no central bank anymore. They can now literally log in and see what Crystal Cooper is spending her money on. So they're really doing a good job at making this new world order come to pass.
Well, Gordon makes a good point, too. He says you can't go into any other country.
No, it's only the United States.
You can't even go to Canada
much
if you
less
have a DWI. Did you know that?
No, much less vote.
They will give you hell.
You can't.
They will give you hell at the
Dude,
border.
this is such a good point. You can't go to Russia. I'm a Swede. My background is Swedish. I can't just go to Sweden and say I am seeking asylum here in your great country, they'll be like, yeah, what was your GPA?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I mean, how many businesses do you own? Do you have any warrants out? Oh, It looks like you had a DWI, or you didn't pay a bill here or there.
Yeah.
You can't get in there.
Chris, you're right. My friend's a talent agent, and she booked somebody on a job, and it was going to be filming in Canada. And then she got a call like a week and a half before they were supposed to be there, and they wouldn't take him anymore because he hadn't disclosed to them that he had a DWI.
Yes.
And so she had to find a whole new replacement, and they ended up not picking anybody from her talent agency.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody lost.
This is
out
a
in that deal.
coordinated effort because they were doing this in Germany, too. Remember when the Liberians were washing up on the shores and they were just letting them all in? Remember that? But God forbid an American citizen goes and wants to become a citizen of Germany.
Yeah.
Nope, sorry about that. Or go to New Zealand or go to Australia. They have some of the most strict immigration laws on the planet.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you can even buy property in many countries unless you actually are from there.
Yeah, and there's no American citizen, red-blooded American citizen that used to Joe Biden that used to have a backyard and have a barbecue and watch the Jets get their asses kicked by the Buffalo Bills or whoever back in the day, that now all of a sudden has gone, oh my God, we got to let all these people in from all over the planet. Someone is in his head.
Yeah.
And someone is saying, Joe, this is the way of the world. We're going to a new world order. You are our puppet. You will listen to what we say. There's no way in hell that Delaware Joe isn't listening to someone right now, that this is bigger than even him.
It makes sense. Eric Johnson's here, Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper, Vic Faust here, fastest 2 hours, Morning Talk Radio. We got another segment left. We got to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll finish off this awesome Monday show. It's 9:52. It's Monday, July 18th.
To the Eggs Morning Show.
Come on down to St. Louis Hemp Company in St. Peters, where you can get all of your CBD needs, as well as many other euphoric cannabinoid-based products. From topicals to edibles and drinks, St. Louis Hemp Company has what you need, and new products are coming in all the time. You can get your medical marijuana card in store. Come on in to St. Louis Hemp Company, just off I-70 at Salt Lake Road by Deerbergs, and get your hemp together. Check out St. Louis Hemp Company on Facebook for more info and map.
The Troy Area Chamber of Commerce presents the 17th Annual Memories on Main Car Show in Troy, Saturday, August 6th. Rain or shine, Main Street in Troy will come alive with great cars, music, food, and much more. Registration runs from 8 a.m. until noon, and awards at 3 p.m. Dash plaque for the first 200 registrations. For more information and registration, call 462-8769. That's 462-TROY. Visit TroyOnTheMove.com or like the Troy Chamber on Facebook. The 17th Annual Memories on Main Street Car Show in Troy, Saturday, August 6th.
Hi, my name is Takia, and a little thing that I love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is when I take a bite, it's the perfect blend from the bacon to the cheese. It's perfection.
Hey, I'm Katora, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is it kind of melts in your mouth, so you know it's creamy, cheesy, and delicious. This gooey mac makes me cheese every time.
Order dinner delivered on the Chick-fil-A app today. Delivery fee and other restrictions apply. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
At Locke's Family Hair Salon in St. Peters, the emphasis is on family. Women, men, and children's styles to make everyone look amazing. And they have their new line of Locke's shampoo and conditioner, just for Locke's clients. for cuts, color, perms, and more. Come in for Brazilian blowouts, face waxing, makeup, and hair extensions too. On Mexico Road in St. Peters by Smoothie King. For directions and appointment information, go to loxfamilyhairsalon.com. Locks Family Hair Salon, where family is everything.
Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peters carries a full line of automotive parts and paints. They're a PPG Platinum distributor of automotive paint and industrial coatings and auto body shop supplies. For over 40 years, your hometown auto parts store is Midnight Auto. Stop in at Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peters, just off Mexico Road, 447-4000, 447-4000, on the web at mid-niteautosupply.com.
Weber Chevrolet has been in business since 1902. No other car dealer in St. Louis of any brand can say that. Nobody sells more Chevrolet, period. Weber Chevrolet is one dealer with 3 roofs. In Missouri at Olive and 270, and in Illinois Metro East, Columbia, and Granite City. All easy to get to, just follow the 270 loop. Also, all online accessible at WeberChevrolet.com. Right now, Weber Chevrolet is open but very thorough in their cleaning, disinfecting, and social distancing rules. And don't forget, Weber Chevrolet service departments are award-winning and second to none. In fact, other dealers send their problems to Weber Chevy to fix. Now during this crisis, Weber Chevrolet has teamed up with Detroit to come up with awesome deals to help people save money and manage their budget. Discounts, incentives, and the ability to not make your payment for up to 4 months. Weber Chevrolet since 1902, WeberChevrolet.com.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show as we say goodbye. Unfortunately, news came out. Inmate died Saturday morning at the St. Louis County Jail in Clayton. More bad news there. A 59-year-old was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. We don't know. He reportedly was found dead on his floor. He had told jailers he was fine, but then he tried to get him back into bed and he began slipping in and out of consciousness. He was arrested Thursday night on a first-degree stalking charge and he's dead.
All right. We'll be watching tonight.
Yeah, we'll have that story on Fox 2 News at 5 and 9 tonight. I'm wearing navy blue and red, and we may or may not have an Eric Crichton's interview tonight.
Oh.
We're going to have one. It's just whether it's tonight or at a later date.
Okay.
Be watching.
You got it. For Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, and Chris Cooper, I'm Vic Faust at Fox 2. Have a great day.
Bye.